Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. Hey, and happy Mother's Day to everyone from yesterday. And that's something I'm going to cover today. I'm talking today about not giving up on your dreams, not giving up until the miracle happens, because anything is possible. And an example from my own life I'm going to share that came up it's a wonderful presence in my life every day, but reflecting on Mother's Day yesterday was a very interesting process. And I realized that many of us are mothers and get to celebrate and be honored that day, or just relish our kids that day. And yet for many, it's probably a pretty painful experience. And there are so many couples out there wanting babies, wanting kids, not sure how to go about it if they can't physically have their own, and that trauma in itself is hard. So I wanted to share my own journey because I'm blessed with two boys. And when the older one was almost 5, I was single. And in my journey, I had always thought I would have 4 or 5 kids. I imagined this big family and all this great stuff, and it just never was in the cards for me. And so I got to have one at 42 years old. Came along as a wonderful dream come true, really, essentially. And then as he got older and really wanted a sibling, excuse me for a minute, and I really wanted another child, I just kept saying, God, how can we do this? How can this happen? This is going to take a miracle. Getting to be 46 when I started thinking about it. And so I thought, okay, God, show me the way. And I really opened my heart, put it out there, what my desire was. And felt like, you know what, the path I need to look at is adoption. And so I went through a lengthy 5-month process here in Reno, Nevada, for Washoe County. And the amazing thing about that process is every week there was a different class and learning and all this certification process that goes on to become an adoptive parent or a foster parent. And I was going through all the coursework, and during that 5 months, it's a 5-month process, and during that time it gave me the chance to hone in on clarity. And that's one of the things that has to happen when you start a path towards a miracle and a dream of what you really want. You're going to come across roadblocks, you're going to come across walls that you hit, annoyances, interruptions, disturbances, all kinds of things, big and small, along the way. And those are each an opportunity that your angels and God have lined up to give you a chance to revise the dream, clarify it, be more precise, be really clear on exactly what you want. Because you know what? God and the angels, they have a sense of humor. And if you're not real clear, they're going to show you something that fits all your characteristics. And maybe some of you had this experience in relationships. I know I have. And got out of that one and went, ooh, I need to be a little more clear with my dream, with my vision. So during the 5-month process of getting licensed to adopt, I really felt all these different emotions come up about really wanting to go through pregnancy again myself, having to give that up, having to let go of that part of the dream, trying to envision the child that was out there, because I felt a soul out there waiting, wanting to come and be part of our family, and just didn't know the steps, so I just kept surrendering. Every time there was something in front of me that was an emotional rising coming up for me, I just would let myself feel it and dig deeper into it and say, where is this coming from? I found I had some false beliefs in myself about actually being able to have another child physically myself at 46, 47 years old. Old wounds and trauma that came up from the first pregnancy and the place I was in emotionally with that regarding my son's father and the relationship I'd been in at that time. And so I just kept holding my desire. And I also found a false belief that I had that after I got licensed, then I went for 2 or 3 months and there were no matches coming up. There are 800 kids in foster care needing to be adopted in Washoe County, and I wasn't getting any calls. I didn't have any matches coming up. And then I started to realize that I had a belief that I probably would never get to be that heart match, because when they process a child, when a child is up for adoption, they actually will take all the families that are open to having that child come and be with their family, and then they do what's called a heart match. So it's the best case scenario for that child, and they match from the child's needs being met first, which is a beautiful process. And I finally had the clarity and realization that, wow, I have a belief that as a single parent, I'm probably not ever going to be that heart match. And then it made me look deeper and deeper in, well, what is my true desire here? What do I really, really want? And as much as I just wanted to embrace a child and hope that at some point my situation might allow a foster or adoption situation, for me, there was a part of me that really, really wanted to go through pregnancy again. And so I just thought, okay, God, show me the way. This is my true desire. I'm honing in on it. And long story short, within a couple of months, I was pregnant. We had a baby on the way. I was 47 years old. Right now I'm 50. He's almost 3 and still breastfeeding. And that to me is just incredible. Not to get too personal, but a lot of my friends are going through perimenopause or menopause aspects and symptoms in their bodies. And, when we talked about it, I say, well, I don't know, because gosh, I'm still breastfeeding. So isn't that crazy? I'm putting my body through a totally different scenario and test, just to show, I guess, maybe I like to prove the system's wrong. I like to buck the system and say, hey, I'm going to be the fish swimming upstream that does it a little different to show that it can be done. And so, end of the day, we've got this amazing little boy who came through, looks so much like his brother, and they have so much in common, but yet are so different, as many siblings are. And it was, honest to God, the best decision of my life. And I'm so grateful that I kept holding on to that vision and that dream, because it has added such a dimension to my family, to my life, the joy in my life. And I just encourage you, if you really, really want something, if it's a child, don't give up. Healers out there, I do a lot of work with clients who are trying to move through their blocks physically and emotionally of what's in their body that's sticking, that's not allowing a pregnancy to either come through or not allowing it to hold, so that they don't have more miscarriages. So that's a potential, that's a real possibility. But always having someone to hold your hand and help you see the blocks that are coming up for you really helps. So anyway, what I would like to do, because I don't know if it's a busy time of day for everyone, there's nobody joining right now, but that's okay. I know that you're going to check in later. And so I'm going to have everyone just hold your dream, hold your vision in your heart. Whether it's for that or like my new one is my business. I have been doing energy work and healing since 2003. Gone in and out of teaching workshops and making it my primary focus. And yet have never been in a place where I put so much energy into it that it was my full-time, all the time joy, which when it is in pieces, it has been my greatest joy and expansion. And so finally saying to the universe, this is my time, this is my dream. I know that I am here to make a difference in people's lives and help them get through to their dreams and connect with their higher self, connect with their guides, whatever step they're on. Maybe you are just still learning about your energy body, and that's a great place to be too. So my dream right now, I'm going to hold, and you guys can hold your dream, is about moving into full-time business, fully supporting myself as I build this. It's been going since March, and I've done a lot of the groundwork and have a new healing space in July starting. But let's all hold a dream. Let's hold that miracle that we want to happen. And I'm just going to feel and pull a card for one of the archangels that's going to assist and give us some clarity here on that. And, well, I'm actually feeling 2 cards, so I'm going to pull them both. And we have the Emperor, Archangel Uriel. Really beautiful. And this is stability and efficiency, taking charge of the situation and ambitious plans. So that to me is the dream right there. Get real clear on that vision, the miracle that you want to happen, stability and efficiency, step by step, taking the baby steps to get there as they're laid before you. Taking charge, though, it takes action. You have to take those action steps and ambitious plans. Don't skimp. Make the dream really, really big. Make it what you really want. And as you hit those roadblocks that are bringing in a little, oh, are you really clear on this? Or gosh, you know, which way do you want to go with this? Get precise. Get really clear on that vision of what you want. And we got the Archangel Uriel supporting us all the way with that. And then for some reason, the second card was also coming out, the Eight of Gabriel. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, and important communication. And so right there, those are the keys to getting to that dream. And it just feels like a support card with Gabriel there. Great deal of activity, especially like for me with business, there is a lot of flurry of activity and steps that have to be taken. So once again, I'm just hearing that message of action, and you're going to have some results pretty quick. And that's exciting too, to have, even if the results that just lead to the very next step. So hoping that you're all inspired. Hope you have a wonderful Monday. I always love coming and sharing, and hope that you get something out of viewing them, and just wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks for joining, and thanks for watching. If you're watching the replay later, feel free to add any comments, or if you can't make the live, maybe I need to change the time of the day. But feel free to send any questions or comments in the comment bars, because I'm always there to respond. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.